Joining me today is digital strategist Miranda Bond. Miranda, tell me, what is digital strategy?
Well, strategy at its most basic level is a means of achieving certain goals. And when it comes to digital strategy, the work that I do with clients is I look at their business objectives and I go, right, what are they missing? How do we get digital to deliver better on their business outcomes?
So what types of things are part of a digital strategy?
Well, look, I generally tend to take people through a 5-step process with digital strategy. The first step for me is really looking at the business requirements. What are they trying to do and what are they missing when it comes to digital? Also involved in that is looking at where they are now. And I do what's called a digital asset review. And what I mean by that is that I look at all of their different digital channels. You know, they might be on the web, they might have various different social channels, they might be using a database and be sending regular newsletters and so on and so forth. And what I do is I go into the data for all of those different channels and I analyze them with a fine-tooth comb and I look at what is working, what is not working. That's step one. Step two is that I do a customer discovery piece. So I put a survey together for their customers and I go out to as many customers as I can reach and I find out who is this person, what do they want from digital, what social channels do they use, what do they do online, what do they need to see from the company, from my clients, in order to become a raving fan for that business. So that's step two, customer discovery. From that, what I also do is I develop personas. So I look at customer groupings, but it's not just simple demographics. It's really detailed. You know, what will make this person become a fan? What will make them detract and not like the company? What are their needs? So that we know then that when we're producing content, we're producing it exactly for that particular persona, that different customer group. Then I also look at the customer journey. One of the things that's happened in digital is that it's changed the whole nature of a customer journey. We've no longer got this linear process like when we were watching a TV ad or a radio, listening to a radio commercial. Now with digital, a customer journey is higgledy-piggledy. You know, we might have seen something online and then we happen to catch something in social media about that brand. And then a bit later we search for that brand and we come back in online. So I really map that customer journey and look at what content and what functionality do we need to move that customer through each step of that journey to again become a raving fan. So that's all sort of step two, all to do with the customer. Step three is I look at the landscape and the competitors because I really want to benchmark my client against what else is happening out there in the market. And I also want to look for opportunities. What is my client not doing that they could be doing better? Then step four is the actual creation of the strategy itself. And that will include recommendations often in terms of you need to add more functionality on your website or you need to change your website. You need to change how you're working on this particular social channel. We need to create better content. You know, a whole different load of tactics would sit under that umbrella of the digital strategy. And then finally, step 5 is the implementation. And that involves looking at their content strategy, their channel plans for social media, their contact strategy, you know, how they need to be communicating to their customers. And finally, the metrics and measurements. What do they need to be tracking in order to optimize their performance on digital in an ongoing basis?